Hi Tacoma, welcome back to your second grade TV classroom. Today is Monday, November 9th, and I'm Mrs. Oslin. As always, take a moment to check in with what's happening with your brain and your body. Think about what emotion you're feeling. Think about your I message. Your I message sounds like I feel because And then also think about how strongly you're feeling your feeling on the feelings thermometer. I'm going to practice sharing my I message with Gus. Gus, I am feeling focused and relaxed and ready to learn because I had a good breakfast and I slept well, and I feel good. I am in the green zone. Now you take a moment to share your I message with your learning buddy, someone in the room with you, or with me on the screen. You'll remember it's important to be able to share how you're feeling because other people might not know just by looking at you. And you might be feeling something really strongly, and you need to be able to recognize that in yourself. That way, if you are feeling something really strongly, you can stop yourself before you say or do something that you know you shouldn't or that could hurt someone or yourself. And we are able to use our stop and stay cool steps when we're feeling something really strongly. So let's review and practice these. So the first step in the stop and stay cool steps is to say, I feel like I'm losing control. Practice saying that with me. I feel like I'm losing control. The second step is to stop. The third step is to give yourself a chilly hug. So practice doing that. The fourth step is to breathe. We're going to practice breathing in for 5 seconds and breathing out for 5 seconds. Here we go. Then you should be better able to think about what you're feeling and share your I message. We're going to practice going through really quickly the steps on the peace path. The peace path are the steps that you can take when you have a conflict with someone. And the first step is to tell the problem. That's where you share your I message after you've gone through your stop and stay cool steps. And it's important when you are on the peace path that not only are you sharing your I message, but that the person that you're on the peace path with is saying it back to you so that you know that they know how you're feeling. And then also when the other person that you're on the peace path with shares their I message, you say it back to them so they know that you know how they're feeling and why. Then you both take some time to brainstorm and think about some possible win-win solutions. And you'll remember that win-win solutions are ones in which both people get some of what they want and both people feel okay with the outcome. Then you have a discussion and you decide which win-win solution are you going to try first. Now today we're going to talk about something new. This is a new unit in our social emotional learning. We're going to talk about what are the qualities of a good friend? Why are you friends with the people that you're friends with? What is it about them that makes you want to be friends with them? Now look at this picture. What are you thinking about? Do you think that these kids are friends? What makes you think that? Take some think time. Share with your learning buddy what you're thinking. Gus, I'm thinking that these kids are friends because they have their arms around each other, they're smiling, they seem to be having a good time together. Now, take a moment and stop and think about your friends, the people that you spend your time with. Why are they your friends? What is it about them? think about, what do you like to do with your friends? Let's look at some more pictures. Now, what are you noticing about these kids? Turn and tell your learning buddy everything that you're noticing about these kids in this picture. Gus, I'm noticing that these kids are playing soccer together and they're smiling. They seem to be having a lot of fun together. Let's look at another picture. What are these kids doing? Can you tell if they're friends or not? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy. Gus, I'm noticing that these kids are riding their bikes together and they seem to be having a fun time because they're smiling. What are these friends doing? Yeah, they're all reading together. What fun things to do. Now, think about, what do you like to do with your friends? Turn and tell your learning buddy what you like to do with your friends. Gus, I like to cook with my friends, I like to play board games with my friends, and I definitely like to share book recommendations with my friends. Now, think about your friends, and what is it about your friends that you enjoy? Why did you choose them to be your friends? And keep that in mind. We're going to read a book today. Actually, we're not going to read the whole book. We're just going to read half of it because it's a very long book. It's called Chester's Way, and it's by Kevin Henkes. And it's all about a character named Chester. And he has a very particular way that he likes to do things. And he has a friend who also likes to do things in a very particular way. Then someone new moves into their neighborhood. We're going to see how they handle that. So while I'm reading, think about your friends and why they are your friends. Thinking about the qualities of a good friend. Chester had his own way of doing things. Hello, my name is Chester. I like croquet and peanut butter and making my bed. He always cut his sandwiches diagonally. He always got out of bed on the same side, and he never left the house without double knotting his shoes. Chester always had the same thing for breakfast, toast with jam and peanut butter. And he always carried a miniature first aid kit in his pocket, just in case. You definitely have a mind of your own, said Chester's mother. That's one way to put it, said Chester's father. Now we're learning that our character Chester always does things in the same way, in a very particular way. He always cuts his sandwiches in a diagonal, he always double knots his shoes, and he always has the same thing for breakfast. Chester's best friend, Wilson, was exactly the same way. That's why they were best friends. Chester wouldn't play baseball unless Wilson played, and they never swung at the first pitch or slid head first. Wilson wouldn't ride his bike unless Chester wanted to, and they always used hand signals. If Chester was hungry, Wilson was too, but they rarely ate between meals. Some days I can't tell those two apart, said Wilson's mother. Me either, said Wilson's father. Chester and Wilson, Wilson and Chester. That's the way it was. So Chester and Wilson are friends, and they seem to like the same things and like to do things in the same way. Their friendship seems to work for them. Now, take some think time about your friends. Do you always do things the exact same way that your friends do? And do you always like the exact same things? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy about you and your friends and whether you're always the same and always like the same things, or if there's times when you like different things. Gus, my friends and I are friends because we have some things in common. We like the same things, we like to do the same things, but we don't always have the exact same perspective and think about things in the exact same way. And that makes our friendship interesting. Now, let's keep reading about Chester and Wilson and their friendship. Oh, let's think about this. What do you think Chester would feel if he didn't have his friend Wilson? They do everything together. They like the same things. Let's look at our feelings tree. Maybe sad, but there's a more specific word. If I didn't have any friends, I would feel, How would you feel? Some of you might have said that you might feel lonely. It can feel lonely if you don't have your friends. So let's add the feeling lonely to our feelings tree. And I put it on the sad branch because it can feel kind of sad, but lonely is a much more specific feeling than just sad. They loved to go on picnics. Once, when Wilson accidentally swallowed a watermelon seed and cried because he was afraid that a watermelon plant would grow inside him, Chester swallowed one too. "Don't worry," said Chester. "Now, if you grow a watermelon plant, I'll grow one too." Chester duplicated his Christmas list every year and gave a copy to Wilson because they always wanted the same things anyways. For Halloween, they always dressed as things that went together: salt and pepper shakers, 2 mittens on a string, ham and eggs. "They really are 2 peas in a pod," said Chester's mother. "Looks like it," said Chester's father. In spring, Chester and Wilson shared the same umbrella. In winter, they never threw snowballs at each other. In fall, they raked leaves together. And in summer, they reminded each other to wear sunscreen so they wouldn't burn. Now, Chester and Wilson are showing each other that they care about each other by doing things for each other: sharing an umbrella, not throwing snowballs at each other, raking leaves together, and then reminding each other to wear sunscreen. Now, caring is a quality of a good friend. They care about each other. Now, think about your good friend and why do you like them? What is it about them that makes you want to be friends? Think about their qualities. Now, I'm going to model using this sentence frame to talk about my good friend. And it's going to sound like, my good friend is I like because Gus, my good friend is Miss Dobson. And I like Miss Dobson because she's always really honest with me. Now, honest is a character trait or a quality of my friend, Miss Dobson. And I appreciate how honest she is because even if there's something that she doesn't like that I'm doing, she'll tell me so that I know. Now, think about your good friend. Who are they? My good friend is And why do you like that person? I like because Turn and tell your learning buddy. My good friend is I like because Go ahead. Oh, I heard so many good qualities of a friend. I heard some of you say that your friend is sharing. I heard some of you say that your friend is kind. I heard some of you say that your friend is caring, much like Chester and Wilson. Let's keep reading about Chester and Wilson. Chester and Wilson, Wilson and Chester. That's the way it was. And then Lily moved into the neighborhood. Lily had her own way of doing things. I'm Lily. I am the queen. I like everything. Now take some think time. What do you predict is going to happen now that Lily has moved into Chester and Wilson's neighborhood? Turn and tell your learning buddy what you think will happen. That is some important thinking. We learned today about the qualities of a good friend, and this is what's called a cliffhanger. We're not going to find out what happens until next week. So keep thinking about why you like your friends and why do you think they like you? What qualities do you have? I want you today for your independent writing to write about your good friend and why you like them. What qualities do they have that make you want to spend time with them? You're also going to continue practicing your writing, making sure it makes sense. Make sure your story has a proper beginning, some exciting things in the middle, and a good ending. While you're writing, you're going to remember that second graders write and have a period and a capital as you're writing, so you don't have to go back and edit. Use this chart in your ELA packet to help you know when to use capital letters. You're also going to continue thinking about using clues in nonfiction text to help you decide and determine key ideas, to figure out what is this text mostly about and what are the details that support that topic. You can also continue using your troublemaker words and your tackle a word chart to help you keep track of words that are giving you trouble and how to figure them out so that they're no longer troublemakers for you. I also want to tell you that there is a new ELA reading and writing packet available for you to pick up from your teacher. So reach out to them and ask when is a good time for you to come pick that up. Oh, you're also going to continue practice reading your word wall. And I want to remind you that we have an email address here at our TV classroom. And we have a mailbox. So you could send us mail. Mr. Kevin will put that up at the end of the show. And also, I'm going to write a letter to some of you that I know are watching. And in that letter is going to be an envelope that is already addressed, already with a stamp on it. So you can take and just draw a note or write us a letter. Tell us how you read your word wall and put it in that envelope and put it in the mail. And we will read it here on TV Classroom. Now is your break time, so make sure you make good decisions and take care of your needs, but also gather your materials for math. The materials that you will need are your whiteboard and marker, your learning buddy, and your counters. And also I'm going to remind you that Wednesday, November 11th is Veterans Day, and that is a day where there is no school so that we can honor all of the people who have served in our military to help keep us safe and protect us. So no school, there won't be any TV Classroom new lessons. We'll have reruns on. So have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.
welcome back, second graders. I hope you had a great break. It's Monday. It's a fresh start to a new week. It's going to be a good week. All right. But because it's Monday, it means it's time for Make It Monday, which means I'm going to show you a number, and I want you to think of all the ways you can think of to make that number. Are you ready? Mr. Kevin says he's ready. Let's go. 57. What are some ways you can think of to make the number 57? If you think of one way, you need to think of more than one. You need 3 or 4 ways to make 57. Yep, we could do that, Gus. Gus said, place value, Mrs. Wally. We could do expanded form. 50 plus 7. That's another way we could make 57. Pebble, what was that? You want to come over here? Okay. Pebble's feeling lonely, so we'll just put Pebble right here. Is that better, Pebble? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, you have an idea. What's your idea, Pebble? Well, Pebble said, I know 50 is 25 plus 25, and then I can just add the extra 7. That's a great way to make 57. It's another way to make 57. Ooh, 30 plus 20 plus 7. What was that, Gus? With tallies. Do you know how to do tallies? Get out your whiteboard. See if you can tally 57. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I just had a thought. Right here it says 25 plus 25. If this is 25, I can just copy it and I know it's going to be 25 and I don't have to count it. And then I'll know that I have 50. Woo. Our math brains are really great, aren't they? Now I'm at 50. What should I do? Another 5, 55, 56, 57. Woo! All right. Today we are learning to solve 2-digit subtraction story problems. Do you remember when we talked about digit yesterday? Digit. What is a digit? Pebble says, I know. What's a digit, Pebble? It's the symbol we put in a place value to tell us how many of it. Okay, so we use digits to make numbers. So if it's a 2-digit number, how many place values do we have? 2. Go ahead, Mr. Kevin, and show our whiteboard. So we have 2 digits. That means that it's going to be a number that is 10 or greater, but is it going to be a number that's 100 or greater? No. So it's going to be from 10 to 99. What digits should I use? Pebble says 3 in the tens place, 4 in the ones place. The digits, 3 in the tens place and 4 in the ones place, makes the number 34. So 2-digit numbers. That means our numbers we're dealing with are going to be dealing with numbers with multiples in the tens place. Anything from 10 to 99. Are you ready, second graders? All right. Here we go. Use base 10 blocks. Pebble and Gus, I'm going to put you right here so I can get the base 10 blocks out, okay? Use base 10 blocks to find ways to show 67. Complete the sentences. Now, friends, you don't have base 10 blocks at home. So I want you to do a quick draw, and I'm going to show you with my base 10 blocks. 67 equals 6 tens, right? How did I get 6 tens? What told me in the number 67 that there are 6 tens? Yeah, the digit 6 tells me there's a quantity of 6 And this tells me groups of 10. So 6 groups of 10 and 7 ones. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did you draw it? 6 tens and 7 ones? Okay, but now, use base 10 blocks to show 2 ways to show 67. Now it wants me to only use 5 tens. If I only have 5 tens, but I've got this 10, what should we do? We can ungroup it. What do I mean by ungroup it? Guess you said break it apart? So it's like magic, right? We can go, pew. Now how many ones do I have? I don't have 6 tens and 7 ones. I have how many ones? I have 6 tens and 16 ones. Oh, I wonder why we're using this to warm up today. Do you have any ideas? Let's keep going. I'm going to keep my base 10 blocks out because I think we're probably going to use them today. What do you think? You keep that pen out so you can draw your base 10 blocks as I build with them. Ming has 42 toy animals, and she gives 15 animals to her closest friends. How many toy animals does Ming have left? Well, before you start, what's this problem about? Someone has some toys and they give some away. Automatically, my math brain is going, and how many do they have left? My math brain is going, ooh, I think I know what operation I'm going to do. But as a strong mathematician, I'm going to draw a model first to make sure there's nothing tricky going on with this problem. So, what's our question? How many toy animals does Ming have left? That means I'm going to have 2 parts and a whole. Right? Okay. Well, what do I know? I know that she has toy animals, right? She has a group of them. Okay. So we can do that, toy animals. What else do we know? We know that she gives some and she has some left. Now, before we put any numbers in, we need to figure out where the question mark is going to go. How many toy animals does Ming have left? Where's it going to go? Yeah, on left. What information do we know that's going to help us solve this problem? That she starts with what? 42 toy animals. 42. And she gives 15 animals to her friends. Write an equation that matches this on your board and then solve. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. You ready? 42 animals. She gives 15 away. How many animals does she have left? We're going to subtract. 2 ones. Take away 5. Uh-oh. Can I take away 5 from that? No. I think I better build my starting number. 4 tens. Okay. 42. And I'm going to take away 15. Help! What do I do? I don't have 5 ones. What was that, Gus? Oh, remember what we started with? How we had 7 ones and then we made it 17? What if we could do that here. Instead of 2 ones, is there a way we could make it 12 ones instead? We could? What could we do? We could trade, couldn't we? We can trade in this for 10 of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now I can't keep this here, right? Because I'm going to trade it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I still have 42? Let's check. 30, 42. Do I still have 42? Yeah, it just looks different, right? Okay, now, can I take 5 ones away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Can I take a 10 away? Yep. What do I have left? 27. So what's 42 minus 15? 27 what? Toy animals. That's how many toy animals Ming has left. Awesome. Okay. Should we go to the next one? Reset your board. Let's look and see if what we did, I'm going to leave my board up here. Oh, sorry, Mr. Kevin. I'm going to leave my board up here and see if what we did matches what they did. I think it does though. Look. It said 42 minus 15. It says first regroup. Make 10 ones with 1 10. Didn't we do that? Did we take a 10 and we regrouped it down? Okay. And does their picture look like what my model looked like? Yeah. Okay. And then it says, then subtract 1 10 and 5 ones. And they are left with 2 10s and 7 ones. Is that what we did? Nice job, second graders. Okay. Oh, but look. They're doing it another way. They said you can subtract 10s first. Well, let's try that. Let's do it with our model. So go ahead, you just watch. So I'm going to have 12, and it says I can subtract the 10s first if I want. So 42, and I'm going to do in the 15, I'm going to take away the 10. Minus 10 is 32, okay? But then I still have to take away the 5. So then I still have to regroup this, and put 10 ones. Make sure that's 10, 5. Yep, and 10 ones, and then I can take away 5, and I still get 27. Does it still work? It still works. Okay, so you have to decide in your brain which one works best in your brain. So now, we're going to try a problem. You ready? 82 minus 63 equals, we're not sure yet. So what are you going to draw and what am I going to build? Okay, 82, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 2. I'm going to make sure I'm ready to go. Okay, should we subtract the 10s first or the 1s first? Gus says the 1s. If you want to do 10s, you can. Okay, I'm going to take away 3 1s, right? Because this is what I'm subtracting right here. And there's 3, the digit 3 is in the 1s place. I'm going to take away 3 of them, except for I can't because there's only 2. And then we get into negative numbers and then that gets confusing and we're not ready for that yet. Negative integers, it's not something we do in 2nd grade. So what should I do? Ready to trade? It's like magic. Ready? Ta-da! We did it. So now I have 10. And 2, which makes what? 12. Can I take 3 away now? Well, I sure can. Okay, so I've done the take away the 3. Now I need to take away 6 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's left? 19. We did it. Nice job. Solve this problem, show your work. That means you must have a drawing. Oh, it's another story problem. Whenever we see a story problem, it means we're going to do a bar model so we don't get confused, because sometimes when there's more than one step, it gets really tricky. So here we go. Ready? Here's our bar model. And as we're reading, we're trying to think, what's our whole and what are our parts? Anna has 63 pennies. She spends 28 pennies. How many pennies does she have now? So what's happening? Yep, Anna's got some pennies. She spends some, and she has some left. That's what's happening, right? Okay. Where's our question? What are we trying to figure out? How many pennies does she have now? Or how many pennies does she have? Yeah, left. So we put our question mark there, put it there. What information do we know? See how story problems don't have to be scary? They don't have to if you just go through them nice and slow. Anna has 63 pennies. So her whole, the amount she starts with is 63. Then she spends 28. Okay, what's the equation? When I subtract, I have a whole minus a part and it equals the other part. Okay, whole, 63 minus a part equals the part I don't know. All right, I want you to solve. Ready? Make sure to show your work with the drawing or the algorithm. Ready? Go. You almost there? Nice job. This time I'm going to draw. You ready? 63, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3. Well, I have to take away 8 ones. So I'm going to regroup a 10 and make it 10 ones. Okay, now I'm going to take away 8. The 8 are gone. Now I need to take away 2 10s. Take away, take away. What do I have left? 10, 20, 30, 5. My answer is 35 pennies. Now, is that what you got? Nice job. Okay, reset. Last problem. Do this one on your own. Find 52 minus 19. $52 minus 19. Did you get your answer? Did you use an open number line or did you subtract with your drawing? Either one works. You can do it either way. For those who did an open number line, I'm going to show that way this time. You ready? 19, 52, to 20 is 1, to 50 is 30, to 52 is 2, and I have my answer of 33. Or 52. Uh-oh. I have to take away 9. And then I have to take away 1, 10, 33. Both ways got us to the answer of D. Your homework today. Assignment, page 179, 180. Working on this. Subtracting, drawing, regrouping, trading for a 10, or doing open. This one has the base 10 blocks. So you want to try with the base 10 blocks and then check your work if you really like this open number line strategy. That's a great way to check your thinking to make sure you did it correctly. All right? All right. Did you show your thinking with manipulative pictures or an open number line? Why, yes, we did. Did we explain how we got our answers? Why, yes, we did. Did we check our answer was reasonable? Yep. Did we do it? We did it. We solved 2-digit subtraction story problems. Second graders, kiss your brains. Excellent work. Now it's time for our affirmation. If that regrouping thing was like, I don't know, I'm not sure, Mrs. Wally, about that, that's okay. You have a couple options. You can email me down below and I'll send you back a little video explaining what your question was. Or you can send me a letter in the mail, and that's at the end of the show. You can have the address to send us a letter. Or you can call your teacher and you can say, I need help with regrouping. I was doing it with Mrs. Wally and I wasn't quite understanding it. Can you help me with this problem? And I know they would be happy to help you. Okay? Awesome. Our affirmation for today is, today I'm going to be my best self. Now that looks different on every day. Some days my best self is not as great as the day before. Or someday my best self is even better because I woke up and I got really good sleep. But what matters is that you are trying to be your best self every single day. So today I'm going to be my best self. Your turn. Awesome job, second graders. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.